Do you want to go to Chicken Coop?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Our Gold Road. Today we're going to show you how to make an A-frame chicken coop. We got some plans off the internet, but we made some slight adjustments because we thought it might work a little bit better. So we're just going to show you how easy it is to make a chicken coop if you want to get started raising chickens. Let's get started. So with this design, we wanted to put the doors both on one side so you could put the coop in one area and be able to easy clean it and gather eggs. Up here we have the nesting box, which you can design any way you want. And then down here we have where you can open it up if you want to let your chickens free range. And then of course if you need to do any cleaning, easily get a broom or a shovel in there for cleaning. The total measurement of this coop is going to be 8 feet long by about 5.5 feet wide and a little under 5 feet tall. So 8 by 5 by 5 is going to be the measurement of this coop. Now you can take these designs and measure it to fit any size yard you have. This is just the size coop that we did. It saves on the cuts because you can buy 8-foot long 2x4s, 8-foot long plywood, and it takes less cuts to make this. But sometimes your yard cannot accommodate a coop this big, so adjust accordingly. So like any building, the first thing you have to do is build the frame. You have to cut 6 64-inch pieces with a 60-degree angle at the top and a 30-degree angle at the bottom. You have to cut 2 64-inch pieces with 30-degree angles on both sides and 3 32-inch pieces with 30-degree angles on both sides. And that's going to be the part for your frame. Let me show you how you put that together. Okay, cover your ears, it's going to be loud. One mistake I made when I was building these that I realized after I assembled the frame is that you should actually attach the chicken wire as you go. So when you put down your frames and attach your 2x4s by 8s, you should actually put down the chicken wire first and then attach the 2x4 by 8s. That way the chicken wire is already attached. It's a little bit hard to do getting on the inside. It's more secure when it's stapled underneath these pieces of wood. Now for you, if you can find 4-foot wide chicken wire, that'd be great because it could take up each one of these sections. I only had 2-foot wide chicken wire, so I actually had to put it in these center braces so I could attach the chicken wire behind it. But if you have 4-foot wide, that'd be even better. But you work with what you got. Once you have the chicken wire attached, you're going to attach these 2x4s by 8s, and then you're going to have your outside frames complete. You're going to do that 2 times. So I forgot one thing when it came to attaching the 2x4s by 8s to the frame. You're going to want to attach the middle one. The top of the middle one is going to be 28 inches from the top of the frame down. So the next thing you want to do when you have the walls of the A-frame built is you're going to want to attach this bottom piece and this middle piece all the way across. This would be another situation where you want the chicken wire attached before you assemble it. And once you got this main frame built, you can go ahead and put on this top cap if you want. It's just a 4-inch picket, 8 feet long to put on the top. So the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut the board and insert the board for the nesting box. So my specific piece is about 46 by 28 inches wide. Make sure you measure your own so you know exactly how it's going to fit when you put it in here, and then just slide that piece in for the floor of the nesting box. This wood is a 1/4-inch plywood, but you can use any scrap wood you have. It's just going to be where they lay eggs and poop, so I wouldn't worry too much about the kind of wood you have here. If you have scrap wood, use scrap wood. And you'll also want to cut this triangle right here to fill in this gap. So our next step is going to be cutting the plywood for the walls and this upper door. This sheet of 1/2-inch plywood, 4 by 8, and you're basically going to cut that in half because you want 2 foot by 8 feet. And then when you make the door, you're just going to cut it in half. So they're going to be 2 4-foot sections. And those are just simple cuts with plywood to make these walls. And then you're just going to attach them to the frame. Now the reason we use this sort of decorative material on the sides is for 2 different reasons. 1, for the decorative side. 2, is because we had to level out the field for the hinges here. Because you know you have a 2x4 that's 1.5 inches here, and we only have a piece of plywood that's 1/2 inch here. So I bought another 3/4 inch piece of plywood to cut out. These are 2.5 inch strips to make this level so we create the door. Otherwise the hinge wouldn't fit on here. So the lower door is basically just a 2x4 frame. It's going to be a 2x4 by 4 foot piece on the top and bottom, and then two 21-inch pieces on the side. You're basically just going to Craig jig those together and then attach your chicken wire on that side, and then just attach your hinge and your handle. And then you got an easy door if you want to let your chickens out to free range or if you need to clean. And that's it. There's not a lot to it. It's not a lot of cuts, not a lot of material you need to make an A-frame coop. I think the hardest part you're going to deal with is dealing with chicken wire. If you ever dealt with chicken wire before, that takes the most time. Other than that, it's a very sturdy coop. It can hold about 5 to 6 chickens. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this helps you out if you're deciding whether or not to build a chicken coop. They really are pretty easy to build. Before you go, please hit that subscribe button to see all of our upcoming videos. See you next time.
Who knew it could be this fun? I could live in here all day long.
You want to live in a chicken coop?
Uh-huh. That'd be my bed. This would be my bed.